Right. Look at this. This is in the form of a square minus b square. A plus b into a minus b. 48 square minus 12 square. A plus b. 60. A minus b. 36. If this value goes to right hand side, it becomes minus. Already right hand side we have 50 square, which is 2500 only. 6 square, which is 6 cube only. That means 216 minus. Answer 340. Right. Can I take this as 25? Minus 15. 10. 900 minus 800. 900 minus 100. 800. Divided by 45. 9. 90 times 9. 5 times. Answer 18. 128 times, that is 960, which is a negative number. Agreed? This is 180 and then 20. 200. 3000 plus 1000. 4000 and 200. From this we have to subtract 960. Subtract 1000, add 40 later. Subtract 1000. 3200. Add 40 now. 3240. Under root of 1023. 32 square. Square gets cancelled because of under root. 32 divided by 4 into 25 square. 4. 8 times. 8 25s. 200. 200 into 25. 5000. 30 percentage of this number. Can I take it as 3 into 10 percentage? 10 percentage is 24. Into 40. Right hand side number 2700 comes to left hand side. Is that okay? Right. 40 has 0. I'll write 0 first. 3 into 4. I'll treat 24 as 2 into 12. 3 into 4. 12. 12 into 12. Into 2. 288. From this you need to subtract 2700. Answer 180. Over. Right. In an examination, a student scores 9 marks for every correct answer and loses 4 marks for every wrong answer. If he attempts in all 130 questions and secures 533 marks, what is the number of questions attempted correctly? I'll use reverse method for this question. As you want to calculate how many questions were correct, I'll start take. There are no question which was given correct answer. That means all are wrong. For each question wrong answer, how much is the negative value? 4. Like that, how many questions are there? 130. If all are given wrong answer, you are supposed to get minus 520. But number given in question is 533. But you got it as minus 520. Difference between both the numbers is 1053 only. Now if you convert one right question to one wrong question, that means instead of getting plus 9 marks, we will get minus 4. If you convert one question, how many marks difference would be there? 13 marks. Like that, our total difference is 1053. Number of questions converted is divided by 13. Answer must end with? Answer must end with 1. How many options are there? Now look at your numerator, which is a 9 multiple. 1053 is a 9 multiple. In denominator, you don't have 9 multiples. Answer must be 9 multiple. 81 final. Otherwise, let us assume there are x questions given correct answer. Then wrong answers are 130 minus x. For each question which is correct, you will get 9 marks. And for each wrong answer, you will lose 4 marks. Total marks is equal to 533. You need to solve the equation and get the value of x. AB started a business with initial investments in the ratio 7:12 and their annual profits were in the ratio 7:8. If A invested the money for 8 months, how many months B invested the money? Their investments ratio 7/12. A invested for 8 months. B time period we have to calculate. Profit sharing ratio 7 by 9. 7 gets cancelled. 4 2 times, 4 3 times, 3 3 times. T is equal to 2 into 3, 6. So B is there for 6 months. Done. A watch dealer sells watches for 2,400 per watch. Once he gave two successive discounts of 25% and 30% respectively to a customer. However, he could recover the sales tax on net sale price from the customer at 11% of the net price. What was his approximate loss percentage? So now I'll start taking initial value as 100%. First there is a discount of 25 and then there is a discount of 30. Now first I'll give 30% discount. We can change the order in percentage. There is no importance in order for percentages concept. So value becomes 70. Again 25% discount is offered. Half and half. Half is 35. Again half 17.5. That means value becomes 52.5%. But now he will get a sales tax of 11% on the net price. What is our net price? 52.5. Sales tax in the sense, do we have to add or subtract? If it is discount, we'll have to subtract. But because this is a tax, we have to add the money. Correct? What percentage is that? What is 10%? 5.25. 1% is 0.525 only. Approximately, can I treat it as 6%? Approximately. So it is, we need to sell the item at 58.5%. But actual value was 100. But now he is selling it at 58.5. How much loss is made? 41.5%. Approximate answer 42. A and B are two stations 824 kilometers apart. A train starts from A at 7 a.m. and travel towards B at 84 km per hour. Another train starts from B at 8 a.m. and travel towards A at 64 km per hour. At what time do they meet? See, for these type of questions where you have two cars or two members or two trains starting from two different places at two different timings, we need to take the position of both the trains at the starting time of the second one. First one started at 7 a.m. Second one started at. So now you need to take the position at 8 a.m. Right? What is the initial distance here? 824. Now the time is 8 o'clock. 1 hour before, a train from station A already started with a speed 84 km per hour. That means that will cover already 84 kilometers only. Then remaining distance is 740 kilometers. To cover this 740 kilometers, both the trains are moving in opposite direction. So to calculate time, which is distance by speed, if they are moving in opposite direction, relative speed S1 plus S2. What is S1? 84. S2? 64. S1 plus S2? 148. What is 10 times of the denominator? 1480. Exactly half? 740, which is our numerator only. So how many hours is it taking now? It is taking 5 hours from what time? From 8 o'clock onwards. 8 o'clock onwards plus 5 in the sense 13 only. 13 in the sense, what do we call it? 13. 1 p.m. Railway station time ante untadi kada. 13 hours ante 1 p.m. A contractor undertook a project of constructing a wall in 30 days. He employs 28 men for the same. However, after 16 days, he finds only 40% work has been completed. How many more men should he employ to complete the work in time? In time. In time in the sense, what is the total time? 30 days. How many men started? 28. How many days they worked? 16. What percent work is completed? 40%. I am using M1 D1 by W1. Must be equal to M2 D2 by W2. W2, what is the remaining work? 60%. How many remaining days we have? 14 days only, because 30 days is total time. 16 days already over. Correct. Now we need to increase number of men. Already we have 28 men. Now to that x people are adding. 14 2 times, 20 2 times, 20 3 times, 2 gets cancelled. 16 3 is 48, which is equal to 28 plus x. Then x is equal to minus 28. Answer 20. So you need to add 20 more men. We are just using M, D, H by W form. Out of this, hours is not mentioned, so we will not consider this. So M1 D1 by W1 is equal to M2 D2 by W2. If hours also mentioned, we will need to consider hours also. But that comes in numerator. Hours kuda undante H1 anedi numerator lo vastadi. Right. So first what do you need to do? Table. March, April, May, June, July. Confusion lekunda undataniki nenu double shortcut vadani gurtostunda. March and May both starts with M only, but I clearly differentiated both. June and July both starts with J only, but clearly I differentiated. Got the point? Right. Now we have A and then B. Right. Now let me write these numbers. A 160 and then 270. 160 270. Next 140 290. 230 370. 310 230. Exact 300 360. Right. So once the table is prepared, it is easy for us. What is the respective ratio between total number of shirts sold by AB together in May and July? May and July. May it is 600. July it is 660. 0 gets cancelled. 6 10 times, 11 times. 10 is to 11, first option. If the total number of shirts sold by AB together in August is 15% less than that in June, what is the total number of shirts sold by AB together in August? Right. In June month, total value, which is 540 only. First of all, when I see this number, that is a 9 multiple. Whatever the percentage you calculate and add, or whatever the percentage you calculate and subtract, remaining is also. So answer is going to be 9 multiple. I know that point. Can it be first option? Second, third, fourth, fifth. That's it. Else you have to calculate 15% and then subtract it from 540. If the total number of shirts sold by AB together in November is 210 more than that sold in April, what was the total number of shirts sold by AB together in November? In the month of April, first of all, which is equal to 430. In September, they said it is 210 more. 210 more in the sense answer 640. What is the average number of shirts sold by store B in March, April, May? March, April, May. These three numbers only? Right. First hundreds places, 200, 200, 300. 700. Next 70, 70. 140, 90. 140, 90. 230. 700 plus 230. 930. Average by 3. Answer 310. Number of shirts sold by A increased by what percent from March to May? March to May. 160 becomes 230. Increased by 70 from 160. So 70 increase from 160 into 100. Correct? What is 50% of the denominator? But how much is our numerator? To get that, you need to subtract 10 only. How do you get 10? Using 80. 1/8 only. Left hand side also I will try to calculate 1/8 and then subtract it. Is that okay? 6 into 8, 48. 2 left by 8. 2 by 8, 1 by 4. So if you subtract 6 1/4% from 50, answer is 43 3/4%. అండర్స్టూడ్? ఇప్పుడు ఈ 10 అనేది you can go here and calculate as a percentage with respect to the denominator. You can do that. But I already know 80 is equal to 50%. With respect to 80, 10 is clearly 1/8. Easy to calculate. So that is the reason why I am using the previous number only. Okay, now? The surface area of the cube A and cube B are 384 square meters, 864 square meters respectively. What is the difference between the volume of cube A and then cube B? So in place of cube, if it is maybe a cylinder or a sphere, something like that, we can verify 11 multiple because pi is involved. But these are cubes. For volume of the cube is A cube, correct? So nothing can be done. Direct value we cannot calculate. So let's do it. Surface area. Cube will have how many sides? 6 sides. Each side the area is A square only. That means 6A square is the one. Come on. That is equal to 384. That means A square is equal to divided by 6, which is equal to 64. Then A value 8. Next, 6B square is equal to 864. B square is equal to divided by 6, which is equal to 144. From this, we got to know A is equal to 8 and then B is equal to 12. Now, the question is to identify difference between volumes. Volume of the cube, 12 cube minus 8 cube, correct? Come on. Can you verify last digit verification? 3 options are ending with 6. Can you verify? Can we verify last 2 digits? Yes. 12 cube ends with last 2 digits. 28. 8 cube. 512. Last 2 digits. 12. Last 2 digits in answer must be 16. How many options are there? Only one. Third option, final answer. Followed? A person saves 12% of his income. After 2 years, his income increased by 34%, but his savings remains the same. His expenditure was increased by what percentage? Be careful here. So, income, savings, expenditure. Initial savings 12. Later also his savings are same. That is 12 only, correct? Initial income 100. Then what is expenditure? Come on. 88. 88. Now, this is the logic. If income increases by X%, the same X reflects in expenditure, right? Because in savings there is no change. So if it increases by 10, the same 10 increase reflect, will it come in expenditure part? Agreed or not? Right. Income increased by what percentage? Come on. 34% calculated on 100 only. Then the same 34 even will increase in expenditure part. So 34 increase upon 88% into 100. That is what the percentage increase in expenditure. Otherwise, you are supposed to write 134 minus 12, 122. That means plus 34. ఈ రామాయణం లేకుండా if income increases by 34, because savings is same, the same plus 34 will reflect in expenditure. అర్థమైందా? రైట్? షూర్ ఎవ్రీబడి? అర్థం కాకపోతే ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తా. అర్థమైందా అందరికీ? రైట్. So now we need to calculate percentage. Come on. What is 10% of the denominator? Double. 17.6. Again double. 35.2. Our numerator is close to 35.2. Is it more than 35.2 or less than 35.2? Less than. That means answer must be close to 40%, but less than that. Go to options. 30 over. The respective ratio between present ages of a man and his wife is 9:8. After 12 years, the ratio will be 12:11 respectively. If at the time of marriage the ratio was 7:6, then how many years ago their marriage took place? Okay, at present their ages ratio 9:8, 9 parts and then 8 parts. This is present. After how many years? After 12 years, their ages ratio becomes 12 is to 11, right? First person, age increased by 3 parts. Second person, age also increased by 3 parts because of 12 years, correct? Then 1 part is equal to 4. Then 9 parts is equal to 30. So I'll write 36 here, which is present age, and 8 parts, which is 32, correct? Next, during the marriage time, their ages were in the ratio. So in the past, I don't know how many years back, but at that time, their ages were in the ratio 7 is to 6. Now at present, what is the age difference between both the persons? Anytime their age difference must be 4 only. Even at the time of marriage also, it has to be 4 years. At that time, how much was the difference in terms of parts? 1 part, that is equal to 4 only. That means 6 parts is equal to 24. Now, wife present age is 32. Wife present age is 32. When she was at 24, they got married. That means how many years back they got married? 8 years back, first option answer. You can compare this difference with respect to husband also. ఎవరిదైనా పర్లా 7 parts calculate చేస్తే 28 వస్తుంది. 36 28 అవ్వాలంటే 8 years back. ఎవరిదైనా ఒకళ్ళు తీసుకొని చదివచ్చు. ఓకేనా? And a sum of money, the simple interest for 2 years is 1992, while the compound interest is 2051.76. The rate of interest and the period of the same in both cases. What is the rate of interest? Okay, R value we have to calculate. Simple interest for 2 years is 1992. What is for 1 year? 996. Correct? Whatever is the difference between simple interest and compound interest for 2 years, that is interest calculated on first year interest only. How much is first year interest? 996. Upon this, when you calculate interest, that is the difference between both the numbers. Correct? 1992. This is how much less than 2000? 2051.76. That is 51.76 more. Difference in the sense 59.76 only. So we got a difference of 59.76, which is interest obtained on first year interest, which is 996 percentage into 100. Understood? Come on. With respect to the denominator, what is 1%? 9.96. Treat it as approximately. Numerator, approximate number 60. You know 1% is approximate 10. When you have 60, that is approximate to, come on, 6%, second option answer. See, if you want to understand it clearly, at the rate of simple interest and at the rate of compound interest. First year and then second year. First year interest is 996. Second year also 996. First year there is no difference between simple and compound, so it is 996 only. Second year also you will get 996 plus we are getting 59.76. This 59.76 is interest percentage calculated on first year interest. Then R is equal to 59.76 by 996. So I am not using this table. Because if you are a learner, yes, you'll have to write like this table. Once you have enough practice, you should be able to write direct number. Difference between simple interest and compound interest for 2 years is interest obtained on first year. So first I am taking difference between both the numbers, which I got it as 59.76. That is interest obtained on first year interest. Simple interest for 2 years is 1992. That is for 2 years. Per year that is divided by 2, which is 996. So directly I am using this step. అర్థమైందా? లర్నర్గా ఉన్నప్పుడు కిందది రాయాలి, ఇది పర్ఫెక్ట్. బట్ కొంత ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసిన తర్వాత అంతా రాస్తా ఉన్నారని అనుకోండి, నాట్ యూస్ఫుల్. ఎగ్జామినేషన్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూలో నాట్ యూస్ఫుల్. Juice and water in 2 vessels M and N are in the ratio 3:4 and then 1:4 respectively. In what ratio the liquids in the both vessels should be mixed to obtain a new mixture in vessel P containing juice and water in the ratio 3:7 respectively. So what concept are we supposed to use? అక్కడ అండర్లైన్ చేశాను నేనే, alligation and mixer. In alligation and mixer only directly you will get the ratio. Correct? Right. So now, here in our container, we have two different components, milk and then juice. Antena? Juice and water, whatever. Right. We have juice and water. If you have two different components, if you want to use alligation, how do you use? You start with only one component. You start with either juice or water. What should I start with? Juice or water? Anything, edaina parla. Juice in first container, 3 parts. Out of total, 7, which is 3/7. Juice in second container, 1 out of 5. Now when you mix this, you are getting a new mixer in that. Juice and water are in the ratio 3:7. Juice component, 3. Out of total, 10. And you need to take alligation here. Correct? So for some time, can I treat 1/5 as 2/10? You know why I am converting this? Because denominator is 10 here. Right? This is 1/10. Here it is. 10 and 7, LCM. 70. 7 how many times? 7 times. 7 into 3, 21. Minus 10. Hey, 10 times kada 30 rayal. 30 minus 21. So this is 1/10, 9/70. So ratio is 1/10 is to 9/70. 0, 0 can be cancelled. Ratio 7:9. Over? Right, exact values. So if you can verify last digit verification, this is ending with 0. Minus 61 square ends with 1. If this value comes to left hand side, that becomes minus 8. 0 minus 9. Answer ends with, how many options are there? 2 options are there. Yes? So I don't want to calculate entire value. I want to take last 2 digits. Because you know that answer is either third or fifth. In those 2 options, last 2 digits are different. Agreed or not? In 10,000, 2 digits, 2 zeros, minus 61 square, which is how much more than 50? 11 square. But we'll have to write only 2 digits, right? Ends with 21. If this comes to left hand side, that ends with 58. So total both negative numbers together, 79. 100 minus 79. Answer ends with 21. అర్థమైందా? $200 into 198 percentage. Can I treat it as 200% of 198? 200% of 188. That is 2 times only. I'll treat this number as 200 minus 2. 2 times in the sense 4 less than 400 only. 3, 9, 6. How much is this? 60% of 455. Correct? How do we calculate 60%? No, if you take 50%, you'll get decimal, right? I don't do that. 10% double, triple. 10% double, 91 triple, 9 threes, 1 threes, 273. 750 into 48%. Or can I take it as 750% of 48? 750% of 48. Can I do that? Or can I even take it as 75% of 480? 75%. Easy to calculate. Half plus half. Half 240. Again half. Total 360. Last digit. Aipinda. Avala. 9 plus 7. 16. 16 plus 6. 22. Aipinda. Avala inka. 300, 300. 600 plus 200. 800 అయిపోయిందా? ఇది పోయింది కదా, ఇంక ఇదే కదా ఆన్సర్. 100 ప్లేసెస్లో 800 వచ్చింది, క్యారీ ఎంతో ఉంది. ఆ క్యారీ ఎంతైతే నాకేంది 800 కంటే పెద్దది వస్తుందని తెలుసు కదా. ఫస్ట్ ఆప్షన్ కాదని వెళ్ళిపోయింది, ఆల్రెడీ ఇది వెళ్ళిపోయింది లాస్ట్ 2 డిజిట్స్తో, అవునా కదా? ఈ రెండు ముందే పోయినాయి. షుడ్ ఐ రిపీట్? లాస్ట్ డిజిట్తో ఆన్సర్ అవుతుందా? అవుతుందా? మరి దేంతో అవుతుంది అమ్మా? లాస్ట్ 2 డిజిట్స్తో అవుతుంది. రైట్. ఎన్ని నెగిటివ్ నెంబర్స్ ఉన్నాయి? 3 నెగిటివ్ నెంబర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఈ మూడే కదా, అందులో లాస్ట్ 2 డిజిట్సే కదా కావాలి. ఒకసారి చూడండి, ఇక్కడ 70, 30 అవసరం, అది మనకి 2 డిజిట్సే కదా కావాలి. ఎంత వచ్చింది అక్కడ? 100, 2 zeros కదా, వదిలేద్దాం. 3 + 2 ఎంత? 5. దీనికి యాడ్ చేస్తే ఎంత? అంటే నెగిటివ్ నెంబర్లో 24గా ఉంది. దట్ ఈస్ సబ్ట్రాక్టెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ 20. ఆన్సర్ మస్ట్ ఎండ్ విత్ 96. ఫోర్త్ ఆప్షన్ ఫైనల్ ఆన్సర్. ఓకేనా? ఇదేంటి? 9 క్యూబ్. 9ని 3 స్క్వేర్గా రాయచ్చా? 3 square to the power of 3, that is 3 power 6. When you have continuous division, both the numbers comes in denominator only. That is 3 cube into 343, 7 cube divided by 7 divided by 7, that is divided by 7 square, which is 7 cube by 7 square plus 7. క్యూబ్ స్క్వేర్లు క్యాన్సిల్ చేయొచ్చా? ఇక్కడ ఎంత ఉంది? 3 cube అంటే ఎంత? 27 into 7 plus, can I write it as 7 times of 28? How many 7s are here? 27. How many 7s are here? 1. That is total 28 7 times only. Matladru? Yes or no? Can I write 28 as 7 into 4? Matladandi. So 4 I'll write it as 2 square. So x square is equal to this much, then x is equal to 7 into 2, 14. ఓవర్ లేదా? ఇక్కడికి వచ్చిన వెంటనే అయిపోయింది ఇంకా ఆన్సర్. ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు, ఇది 7 మల్టిపుల్ ఉంది, ప్లస్ 7 అంటున్నాం, అంటే వచ్చే వాల్యూ 7 మల్టిపులేగా. ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ 7 మల్టిపుల్ అయితే ఎక్స్ ఏ మల్టిపుల్ అవ్వాలి? 7 మల్టిపుల్. ఆప్షన్స్కి వెళ్తే ఒకటే ఉంది. ఓకేనా? మనకు రాజ్యాంగంలో రాయిలా ఈ క్వశ్చన్ ఇట్లానే సాల్వ్ చేయాలి అని. ఈ క్వశ్చన్ దానికి రాజ్యాంగం దాకా ఎందుకు లేండి సార్ అంటారేమో. కమాన్. అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ 96 ఇంటూ 7 డివైడెడ్ బై స్టార్ట్ అయిందా? బ్రాకెట్ స్టార్ట్ అయిందా? దట్ మీన్స్ ది బోత్ వాల్యూస్ కమ్స్ ఇన్ డినామినేటర్ ఓన్లీ. అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ 36, అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ 196 ప్లస్ 92. ఓకేనా? 7 2 times, 6 into 2 12, 8 times, under root of 8 plus 92, 100. Answer 138%. Are you comfortable in getting 138%? పోనీ ఈ జీరోని ఇటు తీసుకొచ్చామనుకోండి, we need to calculate 375% of 1380. Is it so easy? Yes sir. ఎస్ అంటే చెప్పేసేయండి ఎంతో. మందంతా ఎదురాయినే, చిన్న చిన్న నెంబర్లు ఉంటేనే చేయిస్తాం, పెద్దవి అంటే మన వల్ల కాదు. ఈజ్ ఇట్ సో ఈజీ? మాట్లాడండి. పోనీ ఇది చేయొచ్చా? పోనీ చేస్తారా? 38% ఎట్లా చేస్తారు చెప్పండి? 40% మైనస్ 2% అంటారు, అంతేనా? సో ఐ డోంట్ ఈవెన్ ట్రై టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ దిస్ వాల్యూ. సో వాట్ ఐల్ డూ ఈజ్ ఐల్ ట్రీట్ దిస్ వాల్యూ యాజ్ 100% plus 38%. Are you okay? 100% of this number 3750. How much percentage is left? 38%. Here also 38%. Both are 38% only. So that means we need to calculate 38% of Sum of these two numbers, 5200. Yes. Now I will treat it as 52 percentage of 3800. I am changing zeros. 50%, 1900, 2%, 76. Answer ends with 16. Huh? Two six. కరెక్టే. అదే అదే ఓకేనబ్బా, ఎప్పుడో అప్పుడప్పుడు దొరుకుతూ ఉంటాయి ఇట్లా మీకు. ఆన్సర్ ఎండ్స్ విత్ 26. ఓకేనా? చూడండి, ఇంత మంచిగా చెప్పినా దాన్ని గుర్తించట్లేదు, కానీ 26 ప్లేస్లో 16 రాసామనేది మాత్రం గట్టిగా చెప్తారు. కమాన్. 40%. Easy to calculate. 10% double. 10%, 64 double, 128 double, 256 plus 30%. 10% 3 times only. 10%, 39. Can I treat it as 1 less than 40? 3 times in the sense 3 less than 120, which is 117, minus 25%, which is 1/4 only. Half, again half. What is half of this number? Again half. 62.5. Positive number. 13 minus 2.5. 0.5. How many options are there? 2 ఉన్నాయి. మన దరిద్రం అట్లుంది, మనం ఏం చేయలేం. అమ్మా. రైట్. So here 13 minus 2.5, that is 10.5, 1 carry. Agreed? ఎంత? 3 ఏనా? కాదు కదా, ఇక్కడ 1 వస్తుంది. 1 ఏనా? అయిపోయిందా లేదా? 63. What is the respective ratio of initial investment? What is the ratio of initial investments of M and N? Okay. Data sufficiency only? Right. M started a business by investing certain amount and he invested for the whole year. N joined M after 3 months from the start of the business and invested for the rest of the year. Okay. M started with M rupees, N started with N rupees. M is there for the whole year, which is 12 months. N started after 3 months, so he will be there for, this is what the information in first information, correct? Using this, can you answer the question? What else you need? Profit sharing ratio. This is investment multiplied by time. What ratio is this? Profit sharing ratio. If you also know profit sharing ratio like x by y is equal to something, then we can get M is to N value. Agreed? So is 1 alone sufficient? No. Profit earned by M and N are in the respective ratio 28:33. Is 2 alone sufficient? No. By using both together, which is equal to 28/33. Using this, can we calculate M by N or M is to N? So answer, both statements together are required to answer the question. Agreed? An item was sold after giving a certain discount on the market price. What was the percentage of discount given? Okay, discount percentage, that's what we need to calculate. Had the selling price been 54 less, the profit earned would have been 10%. Previous selling price we don't know, that was some selling price. If that got decreases by 54, there would have been a profit of 10%. That means which is equal to 110% only. Come on. Using this, can we at least calculate how much is selling price? One value is in percentage, the other value is in rupees. Can we calculate selling price? No way. Market price? Impossible. Selling price రాదు, ఇంకా మార్కెట్ ప్రైస్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది మనకి? వస్తుందా? So can you get answer by using this statement? No way. Next, the market price of the item is 40% above the cost price. If the cost price is 100%, market price becomes So this is our market price, provided cost price treated as 100%. Had the percentage of discount been double, the loss incurred would have been 2%. Using this statement, can you answer the question? Come on. Yes, we can. How much is market price? 140%. I am taking discount as D. How much discount is given now? Double the discount. Discount is subtracted from the market price. At this price, what do you do? కాదమ్మా ఈ ఐటమ్ ఉంది, ఈ ఐటమ్ మీద స్టిక్కర్ ఉంది. స్టిక్కర్ అంటే ఏంటి? మార్కెట్ ప్రైస్. దీనిలో నుంచి సబ్ట్రాక్ట్ చేసా. ఏం సబ్ట్రాక్ట్ చేస్తాం? డిస్కౌంట్. సో ఫ్రమ్ ది మార్కెట్ ప్రైస్ ఐ సబ్ట్రాక్టెడ్ ద డిస్కౌంట్. We got this value. So at that price, what do? I will sell the item. Am I right? So what is this called? Selling price. Now read the statement again. There is a loss incurred and it would have been 2%. If there is a loss of 2%, selling price is 98%. From this 2D is equal to 42. Come on. D is equal to 21. If you want to calculate discount percentage, 21 is discount offered upon market price 140 into 100. Are we able to calculate discount percentage? So is 2 alone sufficient? Absolutely. Only 2 is sufficient to answer the question, but not 1 alone. Okay, now. There are 2 cylindrical rollers, bigger and smaller. How many rotations will the bigger one take to flatten a stretch of field? Flatten the stretch of field. Okay. ఇప్పుడు క్రికెట్ గ్రౌండ్లో పిచ్ ఉంటుంది కదా, ఆ పిచ్ని రోల్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు, తెలుసు కదా మీకు? క్యూరేటర్ చేస్తాడు అది, అవునా? రైట్. సో ఆ రోలర్ ఇది ఉంది. ఈ రోలర్ తోటి ఇక్కడ ఒక పిచ్ ఉంది. ఈ పిచ్ని మనం రోల్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాం, ఫ్లాట్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాం. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇదే కదా గ్రౌండ్. ఈ గ్రౌండ్కి మన రోలర్లో ఏ పార్ట్ టచ్ అవుతుంది? ఇదేనా? ఇదేనా? ఇప్పుడు దీన్నే సిలిండర్ షేప్లో తీసుకుందాం. సిలిండర్లో ఏ పార్ట్ టచ్ అవుతుంది? కర్వ్డ్ సర్ఫేస్ ఏరియా. Am I right? What is curved surface area for the cylinder? 2 pi r h, right? So if you make one revolution, distance covered is equal to 2 pi r h. Agreed? రోలర్ తోటి ఒక్కసారి రోల్ చేసాం, ఫుల్ సర్కిల్ తిరిగింది. సో ఏరియా ఎంత కవర్ అవుతుంది అని అంటే కర్వ్డ్ సర్ఫేస్ ఏరియా ఆఫ్ ది సిలిండర్. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ద డిస్టెన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు కవర్. Am I right? Right. So now our question is to identify how many such revolutions are required to cover the entire field. Adena? Now read the statement. First one, the respective ratio of radii of bigger and smaller is 9:5. Length of the bigger roll is 5 meters more than the length of the smaller roll. Here the comparison is between bigger cylinder and then bigger roller and then smaller roller only. Agreed? But what is the stretch that we need to cover? Do you have any information? ఇక్కడ క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటి మనకి? ఫ్లాట్ అనే స్ట్రెచ్ ఆఫ్ ఎ ల్యాండ్ అని అన్నాం. అసలు ల్యాండ్ ఎంతో తెలుసా మనకి? సో ఈజ్ 1 alone sufficient to answer the question? Definitely no. Go to the next one. Smaller roller takes 189 revolutions to flatten the stretch of land. So here we have some information regarding that stretch. So to cover the same stretch by using smaller roller, it takes 189 revolutions, correct? So for one revolution, the distance that the smaller one is going to cover is 2 pi r1 h1. Like that, it need 189 stretches. This is the total stretch, correct? Now using bigger roller, assume it takes x revolutions, and in each revolutions distance covered is 2 pi r2 h2. 2 pi can be cancelled here. Do you have any relation between their radius? Only in the second information. Do you have any information? No. If you use both 1 and 2 statements, If you use both 1 and 2 statements, what is this 9:5? Ratio of radii. That means R1 R2 comparison is given. So in place of R1, 2 pi already got cancelled here. 189 into R1. How many parts is that? 5 parts. H1 don't know. 9 అనేది ఏంటి? Radii of the second roller. Height 1 x into R2 9 parts into, do you have any relation between H1 and H2? The length of the bigger roller is 5 meters more than the length of the smaller roller. See, if you take the cylinder, this is height. If you consider it as a roller, the same is called length. So, with respect to cylinder, it is height. But with respect to roller, the same is length. So, do you have any comparison between H1 and H2? Yes. How much is that they are saying? 5 meters more. Which is more? H2 is more. Antena? So, in place of H2, I'll write it as H1 plus 5. Can you cancel P here? Yes. How many equations are there? 2 equations. నాకు ఒకటి కనపడింది, మీకు కనపడింది రెండోది ఏదో చెప్పండి అమ్మా. How many equations are there? Only one. How many variables are there? What are they? X, H1. If you want to calculate X, you need to cancel H1 only. Can you cancel H1 here? By using one equation to solve, and can you get 2 variable values here? So is it possible to get X value? No. Answer? Both the statements together also not sufficient to answer the question. If you also have height of the first, length of the first roller, yes, definitely we will get the answer. Because there is only one equation and 2 variables, we cannot solve the question. Okay now? Yes.